Dance Dance Revolution is one of the most influential rhythm games with its unique gimmick of physically stepping on tiles to the beat of a song. So I kinda thought to myself, Terraria. Ooh, yikes, it's already been done. Alright, now how do I put my own chapstick spin on this, because clearly I haven't had an original thought in my life. Eureka! Calamity's Death Mode, Defiled, which is no flight, and Ripperless, which is no rage and adrenaline. Ladies and backseaters, DDR mode, on the DDR pad. Not my brightest idea ever, but the acronym is really funny not to use, so I'm gonna run with it. Literally, this is some free-ass cardio. Now, to those confused on how this all works, I basically just use this program called Joy2Key to map each button to a certain keyboard input. A little tip if you want to try this at home, make sure to go into Tmod's controller settings and disable every input, otherwise Tmod will not play nicely. But anyway, this is my general layout, you know, kind of standard, basic movement stuff. Now some of you are probably looking at this and are wondering how I aim or use my mouse. For this run, I decided to allow myself to use my mouse for everything that isn't combat related. So, like specifically menuing and shit. That very pissed off fellow in the comments of my last video will be very pleased to hear that this means that this is a pure summoner run, meaning all of our damage has to come from our minions and nothing else like whips or whatever. Again, this is because of that mouse and combat ban. Is this slightly confusing? Probably. But I mean, it's not a chapsticks challenge without it being overly complicated for no fucking reason. So, I don't know what else to put here. Editor, do some funky transition into the first stream. Hi guys. Yeah, you get fucking scammed. You get fucking scammed. You're not getting the fucking chapsticks feet, bro. You're getting the fucking J's. Oh shit, that's my leg. You're getting the J's and Kirby pajama pants, bro. Elgus? Okay, I'll name it Elgus, sure. Femboy thought highs when? Never. DDR mode, but ass and no, but freaking epic. There we go. We're doing this on expert because master death is dog shit. I'm not doing no fucking death master, I'm doing expert because I'm a pussy and I'm a baby. So I've hardly played around with this movement. Literally all I did the day before was make sure it all worked and decided, yeah, I'll just learn on stream tomorrow. What's the worst that can happen? I can hardly climb a tree. How do you think I'm supposed to kill a fucking boss? Fuck. 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 Am I soft locked? I soft locked myself. Fuck. 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 I'm having a terrible time. I'm having a terrible time. So at the current moment, I'm like a toddler learning how to walk for the first time. While conceptualizing this run, I kind of underestimated how awkward this would be. However, like every dumb movement restrictive whatever the fuck, I just thug it out, you know? I'd get used to it and better with time. And you know, that's a very healthy and positive mindset to have. I'm also very delusional and high-key schizophrenic, so take whatever I said with a grain of salt. Welcome to Elevator mining. What's up, guys? This guy clearly does not own weights to hold it down. I don't. I don't at all. Dog, what the fuck is happening right there? What the fuck? No, nah. No. Dude, there's a life crystal and there's a house right there. I want both of those. Oh my god! Wait. Huh? That was a cave bat. Oh, how am I gonna get down there, by the way? Do I have rope? When did I get this? When did I get this? Wait. What the fuck? When did I get that? Wait. Was I just not paying attention? My only real goal for this stream was to kill at least one boss. But in order to do that, I need some gear. So I found a cloud in a bottle, and then I tried to loot some trees for a finch staff as I was still without a usable weapon. I mean, the squirrel staff you get at the start is fine, but he's beat to shit, so I don't really care about him. Unfortunately, those trees contain dick piss, so I just started beating trees until I could catch a bird to craft this finch staff thanks to Calamity Mod's recipe. Now the finch isn't a permanent weapon. I was just using it to farm some wolfram bots to craft my actual weapon, Carlos. Now, who is Carlos? He's my son. He's my baby boy and I love him. How this family tree makes any sense, I don't fucking know. Genetics are weird. But you know, now that I have an actually competent weapon, I can continue my conquest for power, and by that I mean dying. Listen, man, living is kind of hard when you move like your legs are broken and your chud son inherited all your mental disabilities. But you know what? I love him just the way he is, and I will get better with time. Dude. She's ruthless too. Oh my god. And she's better at crowd control than Carlos. Oh. Such a dilemma. Do I use my my favorite child Carlos?
Or do I use his chud sister Abigail?
The Flink's fur coat was on my mind, so I made my way to the tundra. However, traversing the world like this is definitely an experience. It doesn't make it any better that I was on a corruption world, which as we saw earlier, I'm not very good with chasms. But it honestly wasn't terrible and we made it over with little to no issues, and I just kinda sat around waiting but nobody came. Then I ran around for a bit looking for chests and maybe some flurry boots, but oops, all snowball cannons! At least I got my fucking Flink's coat, whatever. Next goal, fish in the Sulphur Sea, which requires too many fucking steps. Now, as I mentioned earlier, traversing the land is really annoying, and I really don't want to do that. So how does a lazy person get to the sea without walking? He spent several hours looking for a conch that doesn't fucking exist. In the time that I was looking for it, I could have walked there, set up a pylon, walked to the other ocean, dug to my shimmer, which I still needed to do. Except here's the thing. I'm stubborn. If I'm set on doing something, even if it's very, very inconvenient, I'm committed. But that commitment's gonna have to go on hold for a bit since a goblin army came up. The thing is, I made my event farm a bit too far from my villagers, so I had to make an awkward tunnel towards them for the goblins to actually spawn. But anyway, back to the desert. I really, really wanted that conch, but instead I got broken dreams and we're like, oh my lord, 6 hours in? Oh my god, first of all, kill a fucking boss, dude. Second of all, get a fucking life. What the fuck? After realizing how long it's been, I swallowed up my pride and gave up on the conch and just walked to the ocean. But it wasn't that bad now since I had materials from the desert and a previous sky expedition to craft a sandstorm and a balloon. And when I finally got there, I freed the angler from a trasher and then I immediately fed him to another trasher to get a golden fishing rod. It's a shame this is getting removed in a future update. No fun allowed in Calamity Mod. But this fancy pole that I have is kind of useless without bait. So I went to the sky lab for herb bags, ran all the way to the right side of my world, and dug to my shimmer to turn my bags into cans, which finally means fishing time! What I'm looking for is an abyssal amulet, sailfish boots, a frog leg, and although not an immediate need, it would be really, really swell if I got a few balloon pufferfish for later on. And you know, I got most of those pretty quickly. However, that frog leg, which is a 1 and sometimes every once in a while drop rate, wasn't fucking happening. I sat there for like so long, but this frog leg was just being so feisty that I got bored of waiting and fucked off to do more important things. Remember, this was like 8 hours into the stream and I haven't touched a single boss yet. I'm running very behind schedule. I really don't have the time nor energy to go on for much longer. So I searched my Sulphur Sea for the Rusty Beacon prototype sentry, as its debuff is very good.
Important in DMs, alright. Carlos Mod. Alright, now what does Carlos Mod do? What does it do? What do you mean I didn't notice? What the hell? That's your son! Alright, I am actually sticking to the fucking bit, and I'm always gonna waste a fucking minion slot on him now. That bit's real. I was kind of like trolling earlier, but no, that's real now.
I didn't find the beacon, but I did get a broken water filter which I shimmered into scales to craft into the sentry. So now I'm completely ready to finally take on our very first boss, which would be the Desert Scourge. As you can see here, I have the Stormjaw minion. I don't know when the hell I got that, but Primbob told me it was busted for worms, so at some point in time I acquired this thing, and I'm not gonna look for that clip because I'm lazy. Hee.
Alright, we're gonna raw dog, kind of. By raw dog, I mean not at all. Alright. Oh, I know why. Instant death. Turn that off. There we go. The last time I played Terraria, it was yesterday, and I was no-hitting Infernum Scal because I was bored. Fuck. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit hard because I don't know what I'm doing. Shit. I stun locked myself. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, I'm so slow. Oh, I ran it. I thought that was gonna keep going higher. Oh my god, Tank Summoner is actually OP. What the fuck? Since Scourge didn't take as long as I thought it would, I figured I could take on King Slime as well, so I headed to the jungle to gather materials for the Belladonna Spirit Staff. Where is he? Oh, there he is. What's up, guy? I almost instinctively grabbed my mouse to rip adrenaline, but then I remembered, wait, this is ripperless, and also it's unbounded. Oh shit! You know, with amphibian boots, I would have made the jump up there. Oh shit! I can outrun this. Oh, shit. Is this a good spot to be in? He's so much faster. He's so much faster. Dude, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm actually nervous. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not nervous. I don't know. My heart rate's getting up there. Shit. 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 Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Carlos, lock in. Lock in, buddy. Lock in. Yes! Holy shit. 2 bosses. Okay, I'm slightly learning. I'm slightly learning. Can we do Eye of Cthulhu today? That would be fucking awesome. Shit. Alright, face two. Dude, tanky summoner is actually crazy. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean what do you mean I've hardly taken any damage? Get his ass, John Rusty. Get his ass. Fuck. I'm fine. I can just AFK. I can just emote. I can just... You can't even see me. I'm trying to hit the fucking Fortnite default dance, bro. The next day, I was hyped as all hell to continue. Sure, my legs were still a little tired from streaming this shit for 9 hours the previous day, but the grind is more important. I'll, like, set a spawn over at the thing when I... Oh my fucking god, he actually did.
People with a foot fetish gonna love this one.
Well, that'll make things much more comfortable. I forgot to wear any, like, funny socks. So the first boss I was gonna go for this stream was Crabulon. It's not that I really needed anything from him, considering I don't need the rage upgrade and his drops are kind of abysmal dog shit, but I'm really fighting him for the completion, since I will be trying to fight most bosses in this run. Voltaic Jelly. Oh, I forgot about that. Thought I was clickbaiting when I said I was doing this with the DDR pad. Oh, there's the jelly. Fuck yeah. Let's do this. One last time. I didn't even need an arena. Okay, cool. Sick. We killed a boss in less than 10 hours. Let's fucking go, guys. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Oh, he starts with, like, a chunk of his health gone. What the hell? Oh my boy. What the fuck? Carlos, do something! Oh my god, what the fuck? Since we're only an hour in, I decided I would take the time to fish for a frog leg again, as I wasn't in much of a rush like the stream before. I'll hop on BTD4 on my fucking, on my 3DS, dog. Actually, where is my, oh, of course, I was about to, oh, I got it! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Hooray! And since we're post-worm, there's 2 things I'm able to do. First is getting some obsidian armor, and the next is the Old One's Army, where I can get a war table and an apprentice scarf for 2 extra sentries. I also crafted a vile feeder, which would be our main summon. And then I will move on to the hive mind, who ended up being somewhat difficult, as this was our first somewhat projectile heavy boss. Please, 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 please. Please, Carlos. Please, Carlos. I swear to God, Carlos. You will be grounded. You will be grounded if you don't kill him. Do this for your pops. Please. There's hearts over there. Am I dead? Carlos, you are grounded for 896721005567 years. Go to your room right fucking now. You might be in the video if I win this attempt. I don't count on it though. This is the hardest boss ever. Fuck this dog shit rain, dog. Like somebody looked at this and said, "Oh, that's a good idea. Let's put that in the boss." All right, Carlos, clutch up, or you are grounded again. Shit! Run back! Run back to John Rusty and the other guys. I don't have a name for the ballistas. Do they even deserve a name? Expo. John and Jill 6 Elixir. That's their names. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hive Mind's death makes Aerolite mineable, which lets me craft a bundle of balloons, which will be glued to my body for a very, very long time. What the fuck? It's fine. Carlos, I swear to God. Okay, GG's. Oh, that was so icky. With her bee wax, I was able to craft some bee armor, and after making an arena, I would challenge Skeletron. Can I go this way? Thank you. When can I heal? I'll be very cute and awesome. What the fuck happened? Let's do this one last time. Oh shit, that was my fault. Oh wait. That was a bad heal. I thought I was so much lower for a second. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close, probably. That, or I just die instead. Okay, we're leaning more on the I just die instead! I lied, actually. It's on the attempt 4. Damn. With Skeletron defeated, I can enter the dungeon, where the only thing I really cared about was getting the Bewitching Table. The chests in the Abyss are also unlocked, so I could get my final pre-hardmode weapon, the Herring Staff. If I really feel like it, dead ass, maybe you might get Hatsune Miku cosplay for like the finale, maybe. Just because I think it's really funny. Slime God defeated. Really? Why is this guy here? Who are you? Go to your family, dude. Go hang out with your wife. Get out of here. At this point, I'd been streaming for nearly 5 hours, so I felt I was worthy of taking a small break to sit down and rest my legs a little bit. Surely nothing will go wrong, right? No! 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 Hello? 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 Are we back? Are we back? Hi, guys. Hi, guys. So here's what happened. This fucking Tubbsy guy, he crawled out of my screen and he's like, you know how you're like resting your foot on your PC right there? He slapped my foot and it made my heel click my power button. Yeah, so turning off my computer reverted my win against Slime God, but that's fine because the boss wasn't hard at all, so I was able to recover pretty quickly. Alright, now this Wall of Flesh guy here, he's a walk forward victim, so he's not a threat to me at all. Now that I'm in hard mode, I can head to the Tundra for an Ancient Ice Chunk summon and farm Black Recluses until I get enough fangs for spider armor. I would also farm a Goblin army to get an accessory called the First Shadow Flame, which gives me a summon slot and lets my minions inflict a pretty strong debuff. And now I was ready to start taking on our first hard mode boss. I first set my sights on the Aquatic Scourge, but he was a lot more difficult than I had imagined, so instead I pivoted to trying out Queen Slime. Oh wait, I shouldn't run away from her too far because then she despawns, and it's like really annoying. You guys remember Classless? When she despawned after like a 20-minute fight? That shit pissed me off. Carlos, lock in. Lock in, Carlos. Lock the fuck in. Hell yeah, first try. Defeating the juicy gelatinous monarch gave me some confidence to try out the worm again, so I continued to slam my head against him, hoping for a shift in results. But I mean, I got one alright attempt, but it clearly wasn't enough seeing as though I'm staring at a death screen. I figured one of my issues was that I would constantly run into him, so I went to the sunken sea, beat up the clam, and made an accessory called a deep diver, which grants me a ram that lets me dash through him, no problem. Except there was, because I still suck ass at this. Life fruit. Now that I think about it. Oh. You're so right. I'm surprised a certain somebody who always reminds me about that is not blabbering about life fruit. Huh. Interesting. Stop. Carlos, get him or you're grounded. Forever. Carlos, I swear to God, please lock in, baby. What the hell? That didn't hit me. Jump, asshole! Oh my god. Elgus, I swear to God. Who's Carlos, my beautiful baby boy? Oh my god. Elgus. Please, for the love of God, Elgus. Please don't die. Why am I still jumping? What? Where am I going? Elgus took control. No, Elgus. No. Stop. I'm in control now, Elgus. You cannot escape me. Aquatic Scourge so far was our hardest foe, and with his fall, I'd get the deep sea staff. And then I would face the piss rain event to obtain the nuclear I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna fucking try to say that word. Whatever. This thing right here on your fucking screen. You know what I could go for right now? Go for some fries from Jack in the Box. I don't know why, but for some reason the smell has just entered my nose, and there's no reason for that to happen. I'm going cuckoo banana brains. I just looked at the health. Oh, shit. Oh. And now we get into the part of the game that just blows. I'm not really a big fan of Calamity's mech split, because they're just ass. They're not fun, and frankly, they're just horribly designed. I tried fighting the twins, but that just wasn't gonna happen, so instead I tried going for the destroyer. Now, at first I was a little hesitant to face him because of the last worm I fought didn't really give me a good time, and on top of that, he's got an army of 1 billion probes, which are very annoying. And yeah, I was right, this boss fucking sucks. So to give myself a little bit of a surviving edge, I would cave and craft the Amalgamated Brain, an accessory that gives me plus 10% damage and gives me a dodge. Now, as of the last several playthroughs, I've been preferring not to use dodges. I have this weird philosophy that every hit I take is deserved and is a result of my own error, and that I shouldn't just squeak by with no consequence, which is also kind of the same reason I don't ever use warding, but in this playthrough, I'd say it's deserved since I'm very handicapped, so I guess I could throw my nut job thingy out the window just this once. I don't know why, I saw his head and I was like, okay, the rest of his body is like nowhere near that position. What the hell? Alright, Carlos. Come on, guy. Okay, thank you, Carlos. Alright. Yeah, that's really all I needed. I needed that. Okay. Well, since that worked pretty well, I'm sure the twins won't be so bad, right? Yeah, no, this still sucks. But you know who isn't bad? Brimstone Elemental. Well, I mean, she is, but you know what I mean. That hits me! Oh, well, at the same time I moved into that. I'm so ass, bro. Carlos, please. Thank you.
Hooray! Surely this time, since I have the Dormant Brimseeker summoned. But no, I'm just ass. I'm fucking terrible at this. So you know what? Screw the mechs. We're just gonna go to Calclone instead. And I know I haven't touched on Prime at all, but that's just because I already knew he's abysmal dogshit and I don't really want to waste my time with that. Now, Calclone wasn't actually terrible. Except for the Brothers phase, which is just a rip of a boss I can't fucking beat. Okay, so what about Plantera? It's an arena issue. Hey Calamitous, I'm sorry for asking. It seems to me that we have hit a wall of some sorts. Will I be able to overcome this task and bring my son Carlos to the very top? Or will I put this run on hold and forget about it forever like a couple other runs I have? Subscribe to find out, and I'll catch you whenever. See ya!